I wanted to think about the concept of something which has been, but hasn't actually gone yet. For something to just spontaneously combust. Imagine a shape which could hold an insanely different construct. And it's no hexagon, but yet that type to perplex men, perpetuating different perspectives on problem-solving methods that they've collected. I'm talking about that form, with 4 different same-sized lines on opposite sides of each other that's now joined together quite clever with curves in the edges. It could also be known as the know-it-all's nemesis, a catalyst to create new lessons, and you can't pass this premise by just taking vast guesses. Yes, it's the square circle. A birthplace of things where not all reason is logical. That same sign which is sometimes used for trying to do the impossible, so could be seen to be obscenely colossal, but can switch form depending on how you decide to view this obstacle. And of course, this is all optional. And I'm not up here trying to be all philosophical, but the more you tell yourself you can or can't do something, the more likely you're making that probable. Leading to my next point, which is the second squared circle, being the boxing ring. That place that you can find boxers in. And rings are obviously usually round, but this one's square in shape, and it's not wise for anyone who steps inside to have any fear in place. You see, a lot of the time, the bout's already lost or won in the grappler's mind before the bell even chimes or gets time to throw in the towel before the opponent starts throwing them pounds that will be swelling his face. So see, for the fighter, it's just as much mental. I mean, as well as having a good technique with strength too. Just like as a writer, it's good to have a pencil, as well as having a good pad with pens too. I'm just talking about possessing and processing the proper utensils. Man, I feel like I'm just a writer with the mind of a fighter. Or maybe it's the other way around. I kind of feel like I'm in a squared circle now when I'm ready to go another round. So let me square that. I mean, bring it back and say it back around. Yeah, I am just a fighter with the mind of a writer. And by those days of being burned in a fire, I've earned the eyes of a tiger. I have conversations all alone, and it's a battle most of the time. Between me, myself, and I, so it's quite like a cipher. I spent those various nights up trying to decipher how the senses can become more intense with bleeding hearts residing inside of tin men, sitting and really thinking of explaining colour to a man who's born blind from the beginning, with those bosses who made a humongous amounts from losses still wouldn't mind winning, because the grins on their mouth show they wasn't born with no silver spoon in it. Bound for what's destined like it's already been written, getting it in despite the restrictions, switching up their sights and visions. The squared circle. I'm done. Thank you.